Hey. All right, so Libras. Libras, I already did a video for you. It is still processing, so we'll see. As soon as I can release it, I will, but I really wanted to get you guys one today. So we're going to go ahead and go with another deck, and I'll do this one more time, and we'll just see if we get a totally different message. But look for that other Libra video to come out as soon as possible, whether it's late tonight or possibly tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. All is connected. So very beautiful energy as far as this sense of awareness that everything that touches our life first touched some other life or some other energy before it perhaps entered into our world. And so it carries with it wisdom and I don't want to say that it's contaminated, but rather different people that we meet carry different energies, but they in turn may carry wisdom that they're unaware that they're even lugging along with them. So it's almost like every person we meet, every situation we encounter, we have not only the person standing before us, but the wealth of their experiences that shaped them into who they are. And they may be unaware of some of these things, but we get the value of who they are in addition to their experiences that have helped shape them. And if we look at things from that view, wow, it's like every person we meet truly is a gift, because we're connecting to a much broader set of experiences and knowledge, right? If we can step back and see it that way, that's the trick. Now that also means that our Libra would have to contemplate themselves that way also. I only read this deck in the upright. Miss Sunshine. This is a little bit of, you notice how we have this Taj Mahal in the twilight here, and it's dreamy and it's romantic. And then we have this person who's kind of almost like, you would think it was a floating, like sci-fi-esque kind of, we could make a blimp or something, but make it like an entire stadium shape. And then it's part human being because it's part of her gown. And it's just kind of bobbing around in the sky as bright as the sun. It's really representing that the things that are hidden and things that lift somebody up, or sometimes the innermost thoughts. So what we see on the surface, somebody floating around, somebody smiling, somebody really happy, part of what they're projecting outward is the way they have chosen to be lifted by the things that they believe in, or there's always something deeper. Like, what is the tip of the iceberg is what we see in somebody, right? What they show to us. Why are they the person that they are? Well, that's what's buried underneath. And if there is a person that is really happy, and maybe this is Libra is recognizing, the vibes that I put out, maybe it's because I actually do have, deep down, I have a core belief that actually makes me stable and strong. Deep down, I have a profound belief that, we are all connected, and the things that I experience and have experienced, I'm taking the best lessons out of them, and that lifts me and elevates me. And the sense that, I belong here and that we all are interwoven, that lifts me. I feel like this Libra has a profound belief in something, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now, wow, okay. I was going to say, but it could also be the flip side, where what someone shows to us, somebody could be putting on a good face and they're actually devastated under the surface. This could be that the Libra has been putting on a good face, hiding how they've really felt about something, and maybe somebody can see right through it. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe it's two people that are pretending that everything is good because they're trying their best to put on a smiley face when in fact there is a devastating loss. I mean, who hasn't had to deal with that? I know I have. Devastating. And yet, what do? You carry on. You continue to smile because you recognize the individuals you're dealing with, they didn't cause me this huge loss, nor are they, I don't want the world to be a part of a situation that is private, you know, a matter of my own heart, is not for everybody else to, you know, welcome them like a spectator into my personal wounds, you know. So what do? Well, you instead choose to be grateful for the things that you can be, and what's underneath driving you is, well, I must carry on, specifically because it is devastating. It has been agonizing. The thing is, remember, everything is connected. That means probably a lot of people are walking around, the walking wounded, the walking devastated, and you'd never know. So it's kind of this gentle reminder that probably everybody operates in much the same way. You just don't know what battlefield somebody is on, right? Because they could be smiley and nice and friendly, and guess what? They're having the worst day of their life, but nobody would know. Here's the thing. We've got a situation where, oh my gosh, this is getting more complex. So stay with me on this one. I got to find the right words. If this character is more brokenhearted because they're watching and they're seeing, well, the Libra looks great. The Libra is so happy. Everything's good. Everything's perfect. They're not missing me at all. Then you know what? I'm going to say that it's not going to miss me, or I'm not going to miss them either. I'm going to try to get out there and just have a wonderful time. I'm going to try to indulge. I'm going to try to hide how I feel, because look at Libra doesn't even care. They're in such a good space. They're not even sad. That's I don't think that's the way it is at all. Give us something real. Give us some real talk here. We got a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This is there is an element here of like needing to let go of wounds so we can function. And then we got the Two of Pentacles, but still sitting on the fence, not actually knowing what's going to happen, but trying to like deal with disappointment as best a character can, trying to let something go as best a character can, while still actually unsure about what the next move is to make. But I feel like this character, I got a Seven of Swords. This is unfortunate because right now what we have is a ton of confusion. We have characters pretending everything's okay when it's not, which on one hand, totally understandable. But then we have this possible divine masculine who's super brokenhearted because they see, well, the Libra's just fine. So if they're not sad, I should be just out there living it up. But in reality, it's more like, I think the Libra is trying to balance out and figure out how to release some of the hurt so they can function. But unfortunately, we've got so many lies being told right now. I said, let's get to something real. And the real here is like trying to let something go that isn't let go. We've got salty energy. We got hurt from that Queen of Swords. We've got, it's like two people are trying to act like everything's fine. Eight of Pentacles. I would argue that whoever our Queen of Swords is just trying to piece their life together, continue on, work really hard. Ace of Swords, and hope that the one thing they can say is, I'm going to get through this disappointment. I'm going to work through this. So then tell me about that. Hold on, let's change decks. Tell me about the person with the broken heart over here, who seems to be more brokenhearted because they're thinking that the Libra is just fine without them. Page of Swords. So there's our little peekaboo. There's our little, they're watching and they're saying, you know, it just hurts so much that you're not sad over me. You're not, you know, I would rather see you crying than happy. But that's from a very bitter place. They're a King of Cups in the reverse. They want our Libra to not be happy because they're not happy, is what this says. They're brokenhearted, and as they watch, it makes them feel even less loving and more like sad for themselves. But all this time we have Eight of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So they want to return, but they also don't have any love to return with. They want to return, but they don't want to give anything. So what do they want? So Adam Lambert, what do you want from me? What do they want from Libra? Forgive me, I don't know if that's Adam Lambert or not. Ace of Coins. They want a new beginning. They want a new beginning, but they also are upset. But they don't. They want a new beginning, but they don't want to actually say that this is my soulmate. They don't want to learn a lesson. They don't want to complete some kind of journey that they've been on. Two of Swords, it's like, oh, this person's a mess. I feel like this is just a very indulgent person. They're upset because Libra isn't crying over them. Even though it looked like the Libra was doing their best to carry on, try to find things to be happy about, try to manage things, try to continue to work. Libra's over here working. They're over here saying, I'm just going to go out and be indulgent, make myself happy, but then I'm going to keep kind of doing some spying, and then I'm going to be really upset that you don't look, unhappy enough. You're supposed to be boo-hooing over the loss of me in your life. Instead, you look really happy. I want to return, but I don't want to offer you anything. I want a new beginning, but I don't really want. They want to make everything difficult. They want to fight, but they want the Libra back, but they don't want to do the effort to offer anything. They want this to be over. So they're all over the map. I don't want Libra. I do, but then I don't want to give them love because I'm upset with them. What's at the core of everything? Hold on. Let's see if we can mellow this deck out. Oops, sorry, I got one card from a different deck. Okay, so they're exhausted. This is like an exhausted baby having a temper tantrum. And I say that because the Nine of Wands is that wounded warrior, but then we flip it upside down and they're not at that point where it's like, well, this is hurt, but I'm, bandaged up and I'm courageous again. And I'm getting back out onto the battlefield and I'll be able to deal with stuff. This is somebody who's so depleted right now, way more upset than what they could really even acknowledge. They're exhausted, they're tired, they're wounded, they're frustrated. So they're all over the place. Like when a little kid is like grumpy and overly tired and they're crying and they want to be held, and then they push away the very person, that they want to hold them, and and then finally they just like collapse and drool and sleep. It's kind of like that. We have the Lovers card here. Basically, if I were to summarize this, what they want is to be told by the Libra, I've been devastated over us being apart. I want you. I love you. I want to make sure that you're happy. You're feeling, cherished. I want you back. Let me give you all kinds of persuasive tactics to tell you how much I love you and how much I want you back. And you're the only one. And let's change this and let's be together. The only problem here is they want perhaps all of that, but they either are saying, and then if Libra would do all that for me, tell me how important I am, tell me how much they've missed me, tell me all of these things, then I could think about having a new beginning with them. But I might also still feel like I'm entitled to hold all the cards and then choose between, well, maybe I'll take Libra back, maybe I'll pick somebody else, because the Lovers card can be a card of choice. I feel like this person wants to be chosen, wants to be made to feel really good, but then they may say, yeah, and that would help change everything. But would there still be a choice in the back of their mind? I really feel like this person is kind of a hot mess right now. We've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Fool, we got the Emperor. No, actually, this says that they would then feel safe enough to say, okay, now I know that the Libra really wants me. Now I'll take a leap of faith, and now I'll step up and I'll be like this amazing partner. But it's all contingent upon, I need them to treat me this way. I need them to tell me this. I'm so wounded that they appear to be great and happy without me. This is what I need to have happen, so then I can actually feel good, and then I can offer everything. So it's like this person's they actually say that they want to be the Emperor to Libra. They want to take a leap of faith. They want to be, like offering something very serious, very real. But right now there's so much hurt energy kicking around, and they're all over the place because they're angry, they're hurt. How could you be just fine without me? When doves cries in my mind, how could you leave me stand in a world so cold? I feel like this person keeps saying, how could they be fine without me? How could How could you be fine without me? That's the big blow to the like ego there that really hurts. Is Libra that fine and dandy without them? I mean, we've seen Libra trying to move forward. We've seen them trying to, let's go with this deck. We've seen them trying to move forward and work. Mostly it looked like work. Nine of Swords. No, it appears Libra has had a significant amount of stress. I can't talk today. Knight of Pentacles. Feels like it's stressful, slow going for them to kind of like release this, heal from this. Wheel of Fortune, but there is something about divine timing here for Libra. What is that? Certain things in their life are going great right now. I'm wondering if it's probably career stuff. Queen of Wands. They actually may be elevating aspects of their self-worth, even if the situation with that person is still a stressor in the back of their mind. Now remember, this whole thing could be flipped the opposite direction, right? This whole situation could be flipped the opposite. Okay, that card is staying out. We've got the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and the Star. Okay, so in some aspects of Libra's life, they're like, a lot of things are going really well for me. My career, I'm feeling like a lot of my hopes, wishes, and dreams are kind of within reach. I can make certain things happen. I actually feel really like my dreams are within grasp. It's very possible for me to have success in my life. Aquarius and Cancerian energy there. So on one extent, our Libra is really satisfied. There's a ton of good things happening for them. They are genuinely happy. This situation with this person still stresses them out. They still feel maybe even uncertain about, Two of Swords, uncertain. This is much like that Two of Pentacles card that we saw, somebody sitting on the fence. They're of two minds about this. What is Libra feeling, thinking about that in regards to the two halves of them? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. They're really at a point where they're saying, I think, as hard as this is to say that I got to let this go, I think since there hasn't been any growth, maybe I need to stop thinking that this is going to be a part of my future. Right now, I feel like aspects of Libra's personal life, finances, all those things are going so well, and they're having other wishes, hopes, and dreams become much more possible. But when it comes to the thought of that person, it's like, it's been so long now, and I just, there's been no change. There's been no growth. We have the Strength card. They have grown and matured and made themselves stronger because of this. Why has the Libra not reached out to them in any way? I'm just questioning for the sake of the story. The Hermit. This, as I said before, this could be a whole flip-flopped story. So we could be, the Queen of Wands could be our character here, not the Libra, or they could be a Virgo, they could be a Cancerian, they could be Aquarius. But this says, if we're going to read it in this one direction, the Libra hasn't reached out to them because they've been on a healing journey. They actually have been just trying to make progress through this. They've been trying to assess why did all this happen? The Emperor, and they've been trying to evaluate how did they take charge of their own life, but also, was that person an emperor? Did they display traits that would even have made Libra think that this person could have been their emperor? We got Aries energy here. And I think that was the big thought process. And they're like, this person has never stepped forward. What happened in their minds? Let's see. The High Priestess, deep intuition. We're going to have to take this to a part 2, you guys, because I don't know how to wrap this up. We left it on a cliffhanger. The free link to part 2 will be right there in the description box. Thank you guys so much for giving this one a thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you in part 2. Bye.